As we continue from the first previous media production presentation, this is the second presentation of the continuation from the previous presentation. As we were introducing that the first years of research of Mrs. Brian Makaluza for all the Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe ecosystem pioneered empire expansion of Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe VC4A, ICSD 2020 and European Research Council. In 2001 until 2008, where he managed to research and innovate the G2S7474 to particular panel while a student at the Falls Bay College, December, a 1 month course in electrical engineering. And then from 2011 to 2010, he managed to make the research of the Companise Foundation, Vamoshe Renaissance Innovation Designs, the graphic designs of impact in Africa, investing in finance, in vehicle innovation. And then in 2012, he managed to 2011 to discover that yes, in 2012 he managed to discover the Wheel of Fortune, Community School Foundation, Vamoshe Renaissance Innovation Designs through the combination of Lamoshe Global Innovative Teaching Entrepreneurs and the Songs and Nova Together We Conquer, Agricultural Planet Universe, Agricultural Farming, in combination with 2013 to become another researcher of the World Study Capital in 2014. The research carried on until 2016 when he became the Youth Executive Development Committee staff of Ward 92 and Ward 94 as the committee of the DA constituency of the Sub-Council 10, and then also carried on with the other researches that he managed to be in research yes, of the 2019 planning of our future city together for a 5-year period until all the researches that they managed to be introduced in all the playlists, all the web URLs playlist that are connected in the attached document, and then that we will manage all the time that we will find them on YouTube channel feed of Sisa Brian Makaluza, SISA space BRIAN space MAKALUZA YouTube channel feed, and also you can manage to go yes into the share it a hotspot of Kuru Spear KURUSPEARE, and then also find them on HTTP colon 192.168.43.1 colon 2999, and also you'll find them on Twitter on Twitter at Makaluza143, Twitter at Makaluza143, MAKALUZA143. Therefore, the researches began also from Miss Nicole of the DA offices in St. George's Square, where he managed to be given. She said she must complete 20 years of research before he become employed at the Western Cape government, and the Cape government. Then it will complete all the 20 years from 2001 until 2023. Therefore, now to continue, these entire pioneered professional personal presentations profiles were inspired by the next Asian present futuristic future web URLs in the attached documents and on YouTube channel feed Cesar Pride Makaluza, and by the following year 2000 of the 21st to the 31st millennium, Planetary Business Universe, Modern Art of Essential Thinking of the Scientific Committee Executive in Collective Shifting Systems, Business Tomorrow transforming to the inclusive innovation of the following list. Number one, Conversations Alpha, Generation Alpha, the Work on Space Russia 2022 initiative. Number three, the Flying Cars to Vegas, Donald Trump initiative of 2016 to 2023. The fourth one, the 2020-2021 Forbes Most Richest Billionaires, and also the entire Unicorn Startup, and the Unicorn Global to now the introduction of Unicorn Universe, and then straight to the CP Insights and eBrokers ecosystem of a unicorn companies, and also the VC for a startup ecosystem, and the ecosystem of the Africa at Tech at Viva Technology ecosystem, Africa at Tech at Viva Technology ecosystem, and he was managed to become the nominee since 2018 of the first company campus and the 2021 Viva Technology Partnership of 2019 Cesar Prime Makaluza introduction to the fifth edition of 2019 of 1,900 investors. And then on the 10th one, to become the member of the Daily Connect Scientology Dynamics of L. Ron Hubbard of Neve Cake of the Liver. And therefore, the 2018 Russia 2022 Qatar FIFA Fair Play tournament, and the 12th, last year the 12th is the Manifesto Visual categories and the return of SpaceX. To carry on, therefore, all the entire web URLs with these following introduced the modern philosophy of all-in-one translators, social network, and media apps were and are inspired, empowered, and pioneered by the SoundCloud Station 5 and Station 6 of a social network web URL of a playlist, in SoundCloud Station 5, SoundCloud Music, playlist Passion to Survive, playlist Passion to Survive, artist Kurubete Sisa Vamoshe, Kurubete SISA VAMOSHE, KURU space, sorry, to verify again, KURUBET space SISA space VAMOSHE, Kurubete Vamoshe, from this web URL, https colon slash slash soundcloud.com slash KURUBET dash SISA dash Vamoshe VAMOSHE slash tracks TRACKS. Once again, https colon slash slash soundcloud.com slash Kurubete dash Sisa dash Vamoshe slash tracks, and also on web URL https colon slash slash bit.ly slash at dash player, https colon slash slash bit.ly slash at dash player. And thank you. We have completed that presentation over here. Therefore, now we are beginning, yes, the other presentation of a pioneered profile presentation of the personal profiles of Mrs. Cesar Pride Makaluza in combination with Gardens, Stacy Gardens, Lance Coe, Cecily and Sean Ziman, in loving memory of Vuyo Sukula, also with Tommy Zungulwa and Mashwakabevu Malusi as the original founders of the territory's Advanced Active Board of the entire Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe 18 Ps startup ecosystem. Therefore, to carry on, the City of Cape Town Emerald Executive Committee, Western Cape Regional Provincial Government, Department of Social Development, as Kumile West Coast Youth Foundation, introducing Vamoshe Innovation Designs, and the Lamoshe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs Foundation, and Agri Planet, together with Conga, Agri Tech, Agri World, Agri Universe, World Bank, United Nations, Agri World of 1652, Afro-Greek, Euro-Asian, Madagascar, Indonesia, Middle East, Latin and North America, straight to Middle East, and the 7 seas, seven seas and 7 oceans of the advanced Icelands and Irelands of global One Earth. Straight to the 2063 Agricultural Farming and Urban Gardening Cooperative Cooperate Confederation to feed the universal multi-outer universal space planetary global world universe of One Earth Business Universe Organization Foundation call for funding proposal for year 2021 to 2022, 2024 to 2026 with the initiative of Cumulus Consultant Foundation to planetary expand the initiative to render residential and non-residential social welfare and community development services of the entire Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe Community West Coast and empire expansion of startup companies for the multiracial for a single multiracial multi-native nations continental united unions planetary government and to its continental commission of United Nations as a professional junior research intensive knowledge economic field support to all One Earth United Nations misfortunate, underdeveloping, disadvantaged, international, global, world, continental, universe, state, national countries of already the introduced continental continents. To repeat again, Middle East, Indonesia, Latin and North America, Austria, Madagascar, Africa, Asia, Europe, to Rhodesia, to also the Icelands and the Islands of the diverse Icelands and Islands of the 7 seas and 7 oceans as central supplier database service providers to their planetary government through foreign direct investments of cryptocurrencies, investments, corporate, business world, companies, and crypto billionaires, private investors, and funders to Community Foundation, Vamoshe Innovation Design, Lamoshe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs Foundation, and Songs and Moma together with Conga Agricultural Farming, including the entire empire global expansion of their social innovation, Inotech, product designs, social services, global network, global relations, global associations, global partners in business universe, cooperatives, organizations, foundations, and corporate services service providers, companies, with the purpose to create the GSG Global Impact Bonds, government labs, cross-sector partnerships with the ICSD 2020-2030, Afro-Greek Vision 2063, scientific committee staff of the Sustainable Development Solutions Network, global associations, Masters of Development Practice programs, partnerships, and with the private cryptocurrencies investments, investors, companies, and private crypto billionaires, government of executive leadership to the United Nations to become investors and funders of our global government to social development. The Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe initiative of empire startup companies, government of the from the government of the City of Cape Town, Mayoral Executive Committee, and the Western Cape Government regional regions, Department of Social Development, call for funding proposal for the year 2021 to 2026 for the entire development of these program specifications for the entire universal universe of the global world of planetary one Earth. The program specifics are for the mass and development multi-purpose STEMEC partial care centers. Therefore, number one, they are designed to accomplish the entire MEC's vision and mission with the area of focus on their achievable strategic objective statements emphasized on the issue 34 September 2019 of the Western Cape Government Better Magazine as from the Provincial Premier Department of the Premier Vision and Mission Statement to the Ministry of the Ministers of Education, Community Development, Department of Community Safety, Department of Finance, Department of Health, Department of Agriculture, Department of Cultural Affairs and Sports, Department of Social Development, Public Works Department and Transport, Local Government and Special Planning, Sustainable Development. Then for on point number two, paragraph number two, therefore, they are designed for the success of their five priorities area of focus. Which one is the first one? Is the one of economy. Number two, empowerment. Number three, transport and spatial transformation. And then number four, safety. Then number five, innovation and culture change. Therefore, paragraph number three, we created them for the purpose of fulfilling the strategic goal plan of 2014 to 2019 of the Western Cape Government, Department of the Premier, number one of the Cape Vision 2040, number two, the six indexes, number three, the core values, and then number four, the core emphasis of the five strategic goal plans, and number five, the game changers, which is us, the nativity of the District 6 natives, even before 1652 and after the union of 1652 of multiracial native nations in District 6. Therefore, paragraph number 4, they will be created and developed to conduct and achieve the vision and mission, strategic goal plans, purposes and objectives of the Department of the Social Development Programs, specifications through the strategic coordination of the Companise Foundation, Vamoshe Finances Innovation Designs, Lamoshe Global Innovative Teach Entrepreneurs, Sizonga and the entire empire expansion of Companise. Therefore, for the IDP, Integrated Development Plan, Strategic Development Plan, and then the OPM and strategic goal planning of these introduced the programs of specification of the social development in the entire universe of planetary Earth and the other planets beyond the infinity of the space. Therefore, number one, it is the youth department. Number two, victim empowerment. Number three, service to older people. Number four, early childhood development. Number five, child care and protection services. Number six, services to older people. Number seven, care and support services to families. Number eight, sustainable livelihood. Number nine, social crime prevention. And number 10, substance abuse. Therefore, those ones are the one that will be introduced in the mass and development multi-purpose TMX partial care centers. Therefore, on page 3 continues from paragraph number 4. Paragraph number 5, they will be established for all the project descriptions of the Western Cape Government, DEDAT department for the Directorate of the Enterprise Development with the focus of the 6 project descriptions of procurement, promotion, and including the need of financial support of the Enterprise Development Fund loan. And then number 6, there will be developments that are established for these objectives: education and training program and services. Number 2, training of service providers. Number 3, training and mentorship to develop new skills and confidence in the 21st millennium. And then number 4, volunteering for educational experience to increase the impact of sustainability of voluntary projects. And then number 5, the educational training in innovation and entrepreneurship for job creations. And then number 6, knowledge economic skills transfer for global huge economic opportunities. Then the other one following is skills development, also in arts and culture, cultural affairs and sports development. Then the other one is the Trusted Foundation in educator support and learner support programs, the rural and farm schools sport development programs, the socio-economic infrastructure development, health and education. As this one here are the summits that we introduced in the beginning, yes, of the first yes, presentation of the media production. As this is still the second one, and therefore we carry on into the Samsung, but unemployed youth training to be suppliers and electronic waste. And then the next one is the skills for entrepreneurship and employability. And then number 3, the last one is another one called the e-learning teacher programs. The following one is the computer labs with smart cape access of 1 hour to 30 minutes or maybe 2 hours of 20 to 30 to 50 computers. And therefore, the following one is the enterprise development of business startup incubation, partnerships development, and information in awarenesses. And then the market linkages, then the youth enterprises support. The following one is the environment, the EPWP-led care, the river cleaning, the waste management of environmental care, and then the wetlands rehabilitation, and the clearing of allied vegetation. And then the following one in education and training for the early childhood development support, back to school support, adapt a learner study support grant, and then the other one national, provincial, continental, and planetary one earth of national curriculum support for international global worldwide opportunities of the 21st millennium to 31st millennium in career guidance and the support schools, resources, and the media centers. And then the next one, business development, and then life skills, following by fashion designer, and then designer market maker, and then graphic designer, and then systems designer, and then mechanical engineering, and then interior design, and then furniture designing, and then art direct directors, and then another one web designing, gaming designing, and then architecture and service designing, and then the textile designer to urban designing and civil engineering, straight to industrial designer, and then creative design thinking in problem solving, which are all our companies that are those solving problems of the planetary universe, multi-outer universal space. There's creations of job for the what International Labour Organization Summit, and also introducing the World of Work, yes, Summit, and also the New Global Financial Pact Summit, and the other summits that we introduced, a list of them in the first media presentation. For this one here is for the year of 2021-2022 to 2024-2026, and moving on to 2063 of the Agenda for Africa 2063. Therefore, the program specifications. Number 1, our objective integrated strategic development framework global plan of 5-year to 10-year to mid-term and to 20 years spatial development framework. Number 1, it is to first establish, build, create, develop one mass and development multi-purpose TMX partial care centers in a single sub-council, village, block, street, municipality, metro, and stage to every nationally, and then continentally, and then universally of one earth planetary continental continents of the United Nations, United Unions, and state to isolated islands, and then state to the universe, in the planetary business universe. Number two, therefore, our visionary vision goal plan is to establish 24 mass and development multi-purpose CMX partial care centers for Sub-Council 1 to Sub-Council 10 to Sub-Council 24 of the City of Cape government, planning of the city together, one city together, then to the Western Cape government, and then to the 66 critical towns of the Republic of South Africa, and then in the SADC, and then into the western and east of Africa, of the continent of Africa, in all the continents that sum up to make the global, worldwide, international continents of planetary one earth, of their cities, also from the Cape Town municipalities and all the municipalities of the global world government, and then those who will reside from the center will have to have their own private transport, and that will be an investment growth for the Department of the Transport, as these centers are designed for the 21st millennium growth of the global network advanced management, and then therefore to also, as this is an initiative for a provincial government, we have decided that all the 24 stakeholders notes of page 48 in the introduced the development of the premier plan of 2014-2019. They must also be rendered with the same equal share of mass and development purposes, STEMEC, partial care centers. They must also have one center, a single sub-council of a single continental cities and countries and continental universe through to accommodate its wards, streets, blocks, and villages. And then the passionate vision and mission strategic goal plan can expand to the entire continental United Unions of the African soil and the ecosystem of can sustainability multiply globally for the GSG Global Impact Bonds and the ICSD Vision 2020-2023, 2030 to 2063. Staff with the United Nations, World Bank, and cryptocurrencies, cooperate investments of companies and crypto billionaires, and the funders in property and asset management that will produce global 21st millennium as to investors of the economic opportunities. Therefore, to carry on to another page, before that one, all the mass and development multi-purpose TMX partial care centers, architecture, civil engineering buildings must be the same designing in creation that they will look alike with LISPIC UCT student residence, such as the Cape Peninsula Visual Technology residence, and then the Stellenbosch University residential residence, and all the universal multi-outer space of private one at the universities residential residence, and then a pool with a swimming pool so that to accommodate the following list of page 2 to page 4, paragraph 1 to this paragraph. The following page introduces us and says this forward continues as from the last sentences line of are dedicated to accommodate over 60 billion residential citizens and beyond to trillions of citizens of the one earth by taking into account the cost of building mass and development multiple partial care centers all over the regional municipalities, carousel of their sub-council of their nationalities, of the continentalities of all continents of one earth that are the same, like the least city students, residents with a swimming pool now, okay, and a gymnasium like Virgin Active, and maybe two museums like for the science center education programs and the planetariums and the digital dome. So to also grow nationally in communities and also in continentally of the Republic of South Africa to rise from the statistics of the old age Bitcoin of 1652, that is Indian Company for Tracker movement, to the 1815 Record House independence of 2015 by centenary years of anniversary 2020, still in an internal spiritual immortal united unity with the City of Cape Town, Mako, and Western Cape Provincial Global Bond in Government Labs of Social Outcomes and Sustainable Development Growth with the United Nations World International Trade and World Economic Sustainable Development Forums, cross-sector partnerships in the World Stock Exchange since beyond and beyond in the 1652 and even in AC time and BC time and also in AD time of existence from the creation of life from the first coin of Smith of where is the first coin, what of the multi-universal universe, through to the infinity and beyond by making progress possible together, better together in the ICST 2020-2030 vision with the AEEI planning our future city together, one city together of all the United Unions of one earth, international state, national countries to unite the initiative for the cities and their municipalities as a prototype city, which is as Cape Town of Can Africa Rise Again in the decade of sustainable development solutions, network global associations, masters of development practice programs for all the United Cities that work for you that are in global bonds with our reunion of 1652 with the universe, with the Republic of South Africa, Afro Cricket Towns 2063, proudly flying as universal universe, their state country flags as Cape Townians in the heart of the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, the 66 in the 21st millennium, in the resurrection, yes, of the youth true and beyond the infinity of sky. Sky is the limit. As the Gemini immortal lords of the zodiac, yes, of no limit, as the next ancient present continuous futuristic future generation of young modules to balance the proportion to equilibrium in the 21st millennium, equal share of the multi-universal multi-outer space beyond the zodiac of the 2018-2020 creations with our sister Fred Makaluza and the entire Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe united unity of the natives of the black and colored and all the multinational native nations united in the 36th city of Cape Town into the Sister Fred Makaluza as the ICST committee scientific staff with their reference number that I introduced in most of the playlist of the productions of media videos. And then we carry on into page 3, paragraph 3. Remember, right now you can find an opportunity to take a rest, and then you pause, and then you do something else just for a while, and then you come back for the next following presentation of the pioneered presentation of the profile playlist of Sister Brian Makaluza and the entire empire expansion of the Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe businesses and as well as and organizations and foundations for the growth of the planetary universe and the planetary earth and the entire multi-outer universal space and to create job economic opportunities of employment in the 21st millennium. Therefore, we are concentrating in also in the early childhood, age 3 to age 12 years. And then number 2, teenagers, age 12 to aged 18 years. Number 3, teenage youth aged 19 to age 25 years. And then youth from age of 26 years to age of 35 years. And then adult youth aged from 36 to the age of 49 years. And then adults, the previous one was the adult youth. Now adults from age 50 to the age of 59 years. And then older person from age 60 to the age of 85 years. And then veterans from the age of 86 to over a century. As these are all the introduced of this entire presentation, so that we continue people with disabilities as from physical disability, mental health disability, blindness disability, hearing disability, accidental disability, orphans and street homeless citizens. So the STEMEC leadership partial care centers will benefit pupils, scholars, learners, students, the unemployed, the unskilled, the uneducated, teachers, and all the employed in the provincial and citywide vendors, commuters, taxi transport, and government too of the One Earth coordinates to the universe. Now to almost close it up, in all the races, the race of the black African black refugees, Chinese, colored, black, Asian, white world, pink, yellow, red, blue, of all the multiracial native nations, racials. The number 2, nationality, from national IDs, foreign permits with IDs and passport or birth certificates, and a proof of residential addresses if from outside Western Cape or outside the continent of Africa and any continent outside it, and outside the national to internationally, and outside to the planetary universe, but to grow further in education and transforming into education of the 21st millennium. All those in prison life sentences will also have this opportunity of health institutions, student residence, homeless institutions, and also the population is calculated as for the next midterm decade. We have also included those who are in old age care institutional institutes, as we want to build for them also in Cape Town and Western Cape province and its critical towns of the Republic of South Africa, state to Africa, and all the continents of one earth. And with those who are still living homelessly in the streets of every corner, of every block, of every street, municipality, metro, villages of the continental one earth, and to the beyond the planets of the universe. Now, to close the chapter of this second presentation, we are closing it and saying a list of choices, affiliation of organizations in the future of 2021, 2022, and beyond the millenniums of all the following years to the 21st millennium, 31st millennium, for an agreement of 9 decades in Inyatelo, number 1, that have managed to become the empowerment, inspirers, discovery, and business support into the entire empire expansion of Lamoshe, Vamoshe. It is the Inyatelo, number 2, the dream workers working for the unemployed, the Better Center Foundation, the Cape Innovation Technology Institute, also the Startup Bootcamp for Africa, Career Tech Accelerator. The next one is the University of Cape Town, Raymond Ikamen Academy, the Allen Gray Value Based Leadership. The 8th one, it is the Activate Leadership Change Drivers, the Race Cop Fish and Polish, the Craft Design Institute, and also Westgrow, and then the Capacity Career Tech Accelerator, and then the Richfield Graduate Technology, and then the Casidra, and then the Salentine Youth Project, then the National Youth Department of NYDA of the City of Cape Town Headquarters Department, and also the Community Chest, and also the CIR Skills Institute, and the Epilepsy Institute. Those are the inspirers to grow our empire expansion as supporters and developers. Thank you. Now let's get ready for the next presentation, media production, as you are closing it and saying thanks, God, for your wonderful intelligence of your power of listening skills.